You've got a piece on foxnews.com this morning where you see that a market correction, the market comes down after the election, but it'll come down after the election regardless of who wins, correct?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
We are in what I refer to as a paper bull market. We've got unprecedented slow growth under Obama, Clinton, because they don't know anything about managing an economy. Because interest rates are so low, we've got a lot of bond market money allocating to equities. That's propping it up so it looks like it's healthy, but it's not. The only stocks are going up are the ones with a secular technological uptrend like you just talked about. Everything else is in limbo. So that's got to give. Now, what happens next is interesting. I thought of a poll, Stuart. I don't know if you can do this, but the poll would simply be out there. It's like, suppose you had the next president cut taxes, decrease regulation, unleash the energy sector, and eliminate the trade deficit by increasing exports or imports. Would you be A, bullish, or B, bearish? Take the personalities out of it, and you know what investors would say. Now, what's the choice there? Donald Trump.
They assume that assumes that things work out the way you think they'll work out by cutting taxes, deregulating, and freeing up energy. You're assuming that that would give us 4% growth and that investors recognize that growth potential.
Doesn't even have to be 4%. This is directional, Stuart. What we have now is Obama, Clinton. They raised taxes. They increased regulation. Hillary Clinton said in Columbus, Ohio, she wants to put coal miners out of business, get rid of the oil and gas industry as we know it, and she's been behind all these bad trade deals. Now, every one of those things points in the opposite direction of growth, and guess what we have now? 1% growth.
I won't argue with you.
If you bring in Donald Trump and he cuts taxes, reduces regulation, unleashes the energy sector, eliminates the trade deficit, that points in the direction of growth. The only question is, what's the point estimate? And doesn't matter, because whatever it is, if we get more growth now, that's more earnings, that's investors basically putting into stocks for a good reason, not a paper bull reason.
Now, what about the contract with America? He unveiled this new contract with America. Yes, Gettysburg Address. But, you know, it was buried. I didn't hear
it was buried. It gets back to our lead discussion about the oligopoly media that really doesn't want to cover this.
Well, that's part of it. But you can't just stop your guy from going out there in a Gettysburg Address talking about the women who are accusing him, and he's going to sue them. I mean, where did that come from?
I take your point. If you read that address, it was a beautiful address, though, which hit every point of the policy compass, which will get this economy
we're scrolling it up on the left-hand side of the screen.
It's beautiful.
It is a tragedy that's not getting real coverage in America.
I'm here to talk to you about it, and we're doing that now.
And your time's up. I mean, well, you know this show. I mean, we're real fast.
Your timing is impeccable. They always say that about Varney.
But we are real fast-paced. But Peter Navarro, you're all right. Thanks very much for joining us.
All right.